and welcome. This is the WWRL Championship on F1 2018. This is round 12 of the WWRL Championship, and this is the Hungarian Grand Prix at the Hungarian circuit in the city of Budapest. I am James Cosley. I will be your commentator for today's race as we head towards the last stages of 2018 here in WWRL as we approach this 14 turn, 6 to the left and 8 to the right circuit, 4.3 miles of tarmac, and a circuit which is very difficult to overtake in the past, especially with these 2018 spec cars. So pole position is definitely something the drivers want to achieve, and it is Edge who takes that pole position with his teammate Ruben alongside him. So it is a fourth consecutive front row lockout for the Renault team since Austria. Popo Gamer is third on the grid alongside Satoshi. Mantis and Smiltino keep to the company on row 3, and then Diesel, the second Hungarian on the grid, is in 7th alongside Basquino. Crazios and Zidane rounding up the top 10 with Hakeserd, Hairstavy and Belinda rounding up the grid. The formation lap has come to a close and we are all set for the Hungarian Grand Prix as the lights are about to come on here. We are all set here for battle to commence in the Hungarian. It is lights out and away we go. A much better start for Edge compared to his teammate who's bogged down. Popo Gamer is already into second place. That's Mantis side by side with second Renault in towards turn 1. They're all keeping it clean. Mantis down the inside of both the Williams and the Renault. He's up in second place. They're side by side. Ruben's get pushed off the track at turn 1 as he head downhill towards turn 2. Mantis sends it up the inside on Popo Gamer. That's Ruben trying to go round the outside at turn 3. Can he make the move stick on Popo Gamer? Yes, he can. That's third place for Light Cruiser. He makes up one of the positions he lost at the start. Bastianino in 5th place behind Popo Gamer as Edge already stretching his legs, finding a groove as he heads towards turn 6 and turn 7 for the first time of 35 laps. A very good start there from Bastianino, who's made a place on his teammates 5 and 6 for the Merc pair. Belinda with an equally good start from the last on the grid. He has Hairstavy chasing him down, and it's towards the end of the first lap we head now. It's Edge already increasing his advantage over Mantis in second place. Round the penultimate corner we go now. Mantis, Ruben and Popo Gamer second, third and fourth at this time. Mantis made a great start from 5th on the grid. Satoshi unfortunately has disconnected, and that's Edge actually with not one of the best exits out of turn 14, and Mantis could he have a chance at taking the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix? Nope, he settles back into second place, and after making that small mistake, Edge will try and rectify that and try to build up a sizable gap over Mantis once again. Oh, that's Mantis off into the distance. Mantis has lost it at turn 10 there. And, oh, I said he has slow pace, but he can't even keep it on the track, unfortunately, for the Haasman. He's down into 6th place. As Light Cruiser says, thank you very much. I'll retake that second place of mine. Popo Gamer now up into 3rd place, rounding out your provisional podium spots at Mantis. Very poor mistake. Oh, is this a move for 9th place Hairstavy alongside the McLaren? Not for much longer, is not, because he takes to the escape road at the chicane there. McLaren sends up the inside very aggressively there. Oh, once again at turn 8. McLaren looks very eager to pass this Red Bull as they now head down towards turn 10 and to turn 11, and the McLaren just about losing out. And Zaradeb could fancy his chances on his teammate there, but there's no way through for that McLaren. But Hairstavy looks to be quite vulnerable here as Edge sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and DRS is now enabled. This could help Popo Gamer in his battle for second place with Ruben. Ruben defends the inside line into turn 1. The Williams has to go the long way around turn 1. Tries to do a switchback move, which is not happening for him there, but heading down towards turn 2, side by side once again between the Renault and the Williams. Can he force his way round the outside of turn 2? Ruben shuts the door on him once again, and in second place still for the Renault, but he goes extremely well at turn 3, and Poba Gamer takes advantage, and he says thank you very much out of that second place. Ruben looks to be squirming a lot. Bascidino sends to the inside of him into turn 5, and Ruben really seems to be struggling here on those ultra soft tyres, and his tyres seem to have had enough already on lap 4. That's definitely not what you want. Martino going around the outside and getting past Ruben. So Ruben's lost 3 places. A matter of minutes, Poba Gamer's out of the session. Poba Gamer has retired after making mistakes. That just confirms that these ultra soft tyres are really calling for help now. They're losing all their grip at the moment, and Ruben able to keep it on the island. Poba Gamer not. Oh, Crazios and Blinder going into battle. Oh, there's been a wheel-to-wheel contact between the McLaren and the Ferrari. McLaren forces his way past the Ferrari up into 6th place. He goes. He's involved in a lot of action in the opening 5 laps of this Grand Prix, and he forces his way past Ferrari. Look at that, that's a Red Bull, and McLaren going wheel to wheel, and Ferrari looks to be struggling somewhat. Can the Ferrari, Ferrari loses a place there to the Red Bull. Hettis Davy makes his mark there, and Zverev might be trying to get a piece of action himself. We're too far back right now. Oh, down the inside at turn 13, there's not a lot of room there, but Zverev manages to squeeze past the Ferrari and up into 8th position. He goes, but both of them decide to come into the pits. Edge and Smoltino and HZ and Blinder and Hettis Davy have all kept out of the pits. Both the top 2 on the ultra soft tyre will probably dart into the pits on this lap, but 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th at the minute are all on the soft compound tyres. We're going along as Basquino comes out in 7th place. Edge, the race leader, makes his pit stop onto the soft tyres, as does Smoltino for probably his one and only pit stop if it remains dry. It looks to be that way. The sun is out on this sunny Sunday afternoon, as that is Edge getting ahead of Hettis Davies behind Blinder, interestingly, as look at this. This is Basquino ahead of Smoltino. Oh, Smoltino is going to come out side by side with the Haas and Mantis. They're going wheel to wheel. Mantis will have much hotter tyres compared to the colder ones of Smoltino's fresher tyres, and I think that could play into the Haas' favour, and it has. Haas, I should say. No, that's a shocking joke. But Mantis gets ahead of the Mercedes for the time being. But the Mercedes, if he can get his tyres up to temperature, he could be having something to say about that 7th place occupied by the Haas. Here we go then, the battle for 3rd place as Diesel is in the pits for the time being. But look at this, the Renault with much better traction at the final turn. It goes to the inside, and the Barrichello Schumacher stuff there as McLaren forced him to the inside line as much as possible. But it's not stopping the Renault sailing down the inside at turn 1 and up into 2nd place goes the Renault. Oh, that's, speaking of Mantis and Smoltino, they've made contact, and Ruben sails past the pair of them as Mantis re-overtakes Smoltino. So they obviously come into contact. They made contact in Australia, and that saw Mantis retire from the session. They had a great battle in Bahrain, but it seems they still haven't learnt from that Australian mishap, and unfortunately they've both lost a place to Ruben. I'm sure must be thanking the Lord that he has managed to gain 2 positions within a few meters as Bascidino has got past Hettis Davy very comfortably indeed before turn 1. He moved himself up into 5th place. Oh, Bascidino now just behind the McLaren. A bit of a deja vu there for McLaren as he tries to defend from the Mercedes just like he did to the Renault, but can he? Oh, can he do a switcheroo at the turn 1? Mercedes doesn't get the best lines through there, and McLaren is steaming back past him, but with the inside line for the Mercedes, that works out very well from indeed, and he now has got past McLaren. He goes wide at turn 2, and now he is off the track and he's lost his momentum, and now he's definitely been overtaken by Bascidino down into 5th place. He goes in today's race as Mantis has got past Hettis Davy because he's in the pits. Light Cruiser and Blinder now going to battle. Blinder has been overtaken twice in the past few laps. It could be 3 times if Ruben goes round the outside at turn 2. Can he make the move stick? He has the inside line for turn 3. But no, he can't make that super move stick. But Blinder goes really wide on the exit of turn 3, and this can invite Ruben to go down the inside at turn 4. Yes, he does a switchback move. Very well executed indeed, and that is 5th place for the Renault, provisional 3rd, after everyone else has decided to come into the pit. What a move there. He had to fight for it like his teammate didn't have to, but it was a great move nevertheless. Oh, that's Chris Yoss off at turn 5, the second time we've seen him have an incident there, as we have a battle for the lead. Edge might be re-overtaking HZ into turn 1. It's a bit of a late move. Can he make it stick though? HZ gives him the racing room. The F3 driver versus the Assist League driver. It has worked out in the Assist League driver's favour, as HZ has unfortunately has some lag issues there, and that is costing dearly in his battle. But he's still going on the soft compound tyres, and it actually has started to gloom with cloud and overcast conditions. So if it stays like this, if it does start to rain, oh, look at this. 3-way battle for 5th place, 6th place I should say, is interrupting my weather report, as down the inside goes Mantis into turn 3, and he gets ahead of the McLaren. Can the McLaren fight back into turn 4? No, he can't. This could invite Martino to have a look. Mantis, you can see how much time he's lost battling that McLaren, who looks very eager to get involved in his battles. Even though he's probably going to lose them all, he's definitely lost this one, but he's still staying ahead of the second Merc for the time being. Now, on the DRS straight, Jasper will have a great opportunity to get ahead of the McLaren. Deja vu once again. The Mercedes taking to the inside line just like his teammate, just like Edge, and it has worked out just like their two battles. Oh, we made contact there. Mercedes has to run wide there. Oh, there's contact between the two of them, and McLaren. Oh, can he save it on the island? Yes, he can. That was a bit controversial between both drivers. The McLaren has lost some front wing element there, and that is costing him his battle, and he's definitely lost out to Martino. Martino makes his move up into 7th place, but that wasn't the cleanest overtake by the Merc. And look at this, and I said it wasn't getting I said the conditions weren't getting so great, and that has proved its worth, as it is raining right now. Edge, it's not enough to probably put the drivers off. It's not enough for the intermediate tyres. I think we're still way off the green tyres being used, but we're only 90 laps into this Grand Prix, so there's very much a high chance that we could be seeing some intermediate tyres come into play, and this could definitely benefit HZ, who at the moment is in 2nd place, around 3.7 seconds ahead of Bascadino. So if he can keep going at this pace, then he could, if the rain falls at a good rate, he could be in a provisional 2nd place. Oh, that's Edge nearly losing it on the exit of turn 11. That's a fantastic save from the Hungarian, and it does look worse. Is it time for the intermediate tyres? DRS is still enabled. There's no pop-up on my screen to tell me that it hasn't. As Edge is staying out, interestingly. He's got a fair advantage. 10 seconds to HZ in 2nd place, with Bascadino closing that Force India down, as both of them come into the pits. Is it going to be for dry tyres, or is it going to be for... Surely it's going to be for the intermediate tyres. Bascadino has already come into the pits here, so his Edge made a critical, I can't get my words out, critical mistake, as HZ, he actually loses out in the pit stop battle between himself and Bascadino. So Bascadino up into 2nd place. He goes, but yet intermediate tyres are now coming into play, as Ed is going to have to tiptoe very cautiously around this circuit for probably one more time, as Bascadino comes out in 2nd place. HZ will come out in 3rd, as Light Cruiser actually is also joining. Oh, HZ is out of the session. He is disconnected and he's ghosted, and he's stationary on the circuit. So that's very dangerous. Probably might get disqualified if that continues, but Edge He's continuing on his way. The driver in front of him, Hettis Davy, is still going. Oh, he nearly loses it on the exit turn 12 there. That was a heart-in-mouth moment. As, yeah, unfortunately, Hettis has been disqualified for his AI parking in a dangerous location. DRS is now disabled, so that is a great time for Edge to dart into the pits a few seconds earlier, and he might have carried on for one more lap. That would have been a very bold decision and probably wouldn't have paid off. But I think he's going to have a comfortable lead over Bastianino after he comes out for his pit stop. But yeah, it's nice to see the wet weather being used. I can't remember the last time we saw wet weather. Surely it wasn't Austria, right? Not Austria, Australia. And that was a wet race. This has not been a full wet race. This has been mixed, changeable conditions, and it has proved costly for Edge's championship. He comes out in first place comfortably. Oh, look at this! We've been a bit lackluster for action in the past few laps, but Crazy Os goes down the inside of Belinda. Ferrari, McLaren and Red Bull all going into the complex of 6 and 7. Very congested indeed. It's a Crazy Os who's managed to get past McLaren. It looks to be all over the place. He's that aggressive. That is Ruben ghosted. He has left the session, and he was running in third place. But now that honour has gone to Mantis. Ruben could be under pressure now from the likes of Crazy Os and Belinda and maybe Diesel, as well as the AI car is going exceptionally slowly. He's lost a heap of time to guys he was originally ahead of. This is disaster for Ruben, who's running in a net third. Not anymore, because that's exactly what I was saying on the penultimate lap of this Hungarian Grand Prix. There is the change of position. Crazy Os ahead of Light Cruiser, and Belinda will surely make his move within the next few laps. There he goes. Light Cruiser down into 8th place as Crazy Os actually avoids the chicane there quite cheekily there. That was spotted, mate. Well, Edge is coming around the final sector of lap 35 and the final lap of what would be a perfect race. He will consider he's been dominant in both dry and wet conditions, and he will now round the final corner, and he will take his 6th win of this WWRL Championship as Edge wins the Hungarian Grand Prix in front of his home fans, and I'm sure he will be absolutely delighted with that. Heading into Belgium, the final race before the Christmas break. Bastianino, well deserved 2nd place, goes to the first Merc, and he will definitely be very happy with that. After a run of, okay results, probably not what he had in mind, especially if he's up for the championship. Mantis comes him in 3rd. No, he doesn't. He comes him in 5th. Martino comes him in 4th, and Diesel, who takes 3rd position. Unfortunately, he's Diesel on my screen, but fair play. I didn't think he had the pace, but he has definitely asserted himself as a very competent and complete driver in this grid. Very competitive grid, I should say. And he takes 3rd place, very deserved. And, I think he's Hungarian as well. So 2 Hungarians on the podium at the Hungarian Grand Prix. What can be better as a home fan? It's Crazy Os who comes home in 6th. A little wiggle across the line to show his celebration. Oh, that's more than a wiggle. That's maybe even the barriers for Belinda, who rounds out the top 7 in the McLaren. And oh, Ruben. As Hettis Davy comes across the line in 10th. Story of what could have been for Ruben. A tale of 2 halves, to be honest. As his teammate is up on the podium, a top step for the 6th time this season. He's in the shower. He's had an early shower after his race got pretty much run after that really disappointing disconnection. But I'm sure Renault will be quite happy with their victory, number 6 of this championship. There is your roundup. It is Edge winning from Bastiano, Diesel, Saltino, Mantis being the saw filling inside of a Hungarian and Dutch sandwich there, as Crazy off Splinter and Light Cruiser, 3 Dutchies making up 6, 7 and 8. Zeraro in 9, Hersavian 10, and Popo Gamer in 11. That is it then for the 11th round of the championship. I hope you enjoyed that race as much as I enjoyed commentating it, and we'll be back for another episode of this championship at Spa-Francorchamps. See you then.